listening to the soft sounds of 98.3 Mainland FM. Easy listening wherever, whenever.
This is Mainland 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos.
Thank you for standing by. This is still Mainland 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos. And it's time for Mainland Focus. Mainland Focus is where we get to pick one or two major trending stories from trends in the papers, and we flesh things out a bit and then open up the phone line for you to be a part of the conversation. And this morning we're looking at two major stories, subsidy removal and the new plan being proposed by the NEC, and also the destruction of illegal refineries. That story is taken from the Punch newspaper. It's on page 7, where we have the military justifying the destruction of 23 illegal refineries and, the destruction of, vessels that have been caught with, crude theft and all. All right. So we're looking at both stories. We will try to flesh things out a bit and then open up the phone line. Don't forget that we're live on Facebook and YouTube at Mainland 98.3 FM, so you can drop your comments in the comment section as well, and watch the interaction live on Facebook and YouTube at Mainland 98.3 FM. So I'll start with the first the first focal point this morning is as regards subsidy removal, and I will take it from the Nation. Nation is much more extensive as regards comprehensive. As regards the proposals that are being pushed forward by the NEC. The NEC comprises of all 36 state governors and is chaired by the Vice President Kashim Shettima. And as regards subsidy removal, cushioning the effects of subsidy removal, they have about 10 different proposals. I read them out and I'll do so again. 1, they said cash transfer to the poor using state's register. So they are going to ignore the social register that was used during the Buhari-led administration. It says it lacks integrity. All right. So the states, all the 36 states and the FCT are going to generate their own list, their own register to distribute the money. So that's interesting. That's one. And then they would now do the cash transfer to the poor. There's also the cash, payment policy. That's tax-free payment to public servants for 6 months. All right. So they are going to do that, and that is going to be based on performance. So if it's not all public servants, you don't just think that you are readily qualified for it. It's based on performance and some other criteria that are going to be looking at. Tax-free payments to public servants for 6 months. So if a public servant is in the cash register, they will collect double payment.
Sandra, I don't know.
You're not in any state. You're not in any state.
I'm just confused. So
Payments of outstanding liabilities to public servants. As we mentioned earlier, that some states are owing as much as 3 years' salaries and allowances and pension and all of that. And the agreement at the NEC meeting was that they have to put that as priority. Yeah. So if you are owing salary, don't transfer money. Pay your gbese first before you now start paying this palliative. Let me put it that way, as our government
I don't like that word,
have been using, as our government have been using. All right, so payment of outstanding liabilities to public servants. Then they're also proposing funding of small businesses with single-digit interest loans. That sounds interesting. I'm sure the business owners will be interested in that one, as against what the commercial banks are giving. You have 13%, 23%, and all of that. All right. Then there's also the proposal of transition from petrol fuel to gas fueled vehicles.
We've been talking about that for years.
That is going to cost a lot of money, because to transition one vehicle will cost about 350,000.
That was as of last year.
That was as of last year. We don't know how much it will cost now for one vehicle to move, to be changed from petrol fueled to gas fueled. So now they are now proposing that one. I don't know what module of operation they're going to use as regards that. Are they going to do it for us? Is it going to be free? Are they going to say, come bring your vehicles to this government house and we'll change it for you? Or they're going to subsidize it? We don't know that yet. But they're also the federal government is also proposing to give 252,000 metric tons of grains to states at subsidized rates. It's not free. All right, so they'll give it to the states to pay for it, and then whether or not the states will not decide to distribute to farmers free, that's another part of discussion. Also proposing NEMA to provide palliative package. CBN to make rice available at subsidized rates.
CBN have been working with farmers.
With rice farmers.
So maybe they have some rice kept somewhere, share to people.
Where?
Well, I assume that they have been working with farmers, lending money to them, the anchor borrowers funds.
But the rice people said they used the money to buy form for Emefiele.
No, not all the money. They had enough money to use.
They still have some left.
Maybe there's rice stacked somewhere that they'll bring out and then give to the people.
CBN to make rice available at subsidized rates.
All right.
Fertilizers to be made available to assist farmers.
Yeah, the government talked about that during the emergency on food security. So again, it's coming up again at the NEC meeting.
New minimum wage for workers to be negotiated. It's okay.
That's ongoing.
Those are the proposals that they're coming forward. The proposal for the new minimum wage is about 200,000 naira.
That's labor demanding.
That's labor demanding 2,000. Okay, so the negotiations
government has not said anything.
It's all right because there's no minister to do the negotiations.
Well.
It's okay. So those are the proposals. I trust that you got them all. I will try to put them up on our social media. I'm sure they are working on that. We'll try to get it up on our social media so you can go through all of the proposals that was discussed at the NEC meeting.
Yeah.
Yes, as regards subsidy paying cash, subsidy paying. It's no longer palliative, paying cash for the poor.
Semantics.
Maybe they heard Fuhad. Maybe they heard Fuhad complain about.
I don't like the word palliative.
And then they changed the name to pain. So now it's pain. So the pain that subsidy is
paying cash.
Yeah, that's what they said here. Subsidy pain. That's what the nation called it. A subsidy paying cash for poor workers, SMEs, and others.
All right.
So we're looking at the angle that we're looking at that story from is what do you think of these proposals? What do you think about these new plans? Do you support all the new plans or do you have reservations about any of them? There are 10. I just read them all out. Which one do you go with? Which one are you skeptical about? Which one are you indifferent about? Which one are you excited about?
Or concerned about?
Which one are you concerned about?
Or which one is a no-no for you?
Which one are you worried about? Which one is like, let's not even go there.
All right.
Let's not go there at all. All right. So, that's the angle we're coming from as regards the proposals are being pushed forward by the NEC. The second focal point is as regards destruction of illegal refineries. The question has always been, sometime last week, there was a conversation around, whether or not, why did they destroy that vessel, that carried crude oil, stolen oil, let me put it that way. All right. And, that conversation has always been going on. But the military came forward and said, there are standard operating procedures concerning arrested vehicles, equipment, and vessels that are associated with oil theft. The procedure stipulates that such vehicles, equipment, or vessels should be destroyed instantly. And they said, as regards if they will be amending the law, the military said, well, we work with instructions. If it is reviewed, we operate with it. We don't make the laws. We just work with the laws that's given to us. So, very simple. What do you think about these destructions? Because some people are saying that instead of destroying these illegal refineries, why not, take over? Take over the refineries, turn them into a government property or something, or run into a PPP plan or something. And there are proposals as regards that. But what do you think about these destructions? And do you think we should think about legalizing these refineries and the stolen oil as well? Fuhad.
No, I want to listen to our listeners.
All right, then. So let's get on with it. 0913 6000 410. That's the number to call. 0913 6000 410. To call for text messages is 0913 6000 430. 0913 6000 430. That's for text messages and WhatsApp messages. On Facebook and YouTube, you can drop your comments there as well at Mainland 98.3 FM. We are taking comments live from our Facebook and YouTube. So watch the program live, drop your comment in the live chat section, we'll take it. All right, so you have just 2 minutes. If you call in, share your thoughts, straight to the point, and let's get on to the next call. Hello, good morning.
Morning, Mainland FM.
Yes.
This is Taiwo speaking.
Okay.
Sharing of money and palliative, I believe they should divert that money to repairing the refineries.
Okay.
I think that is the major problem of this country. They just keep coming in, going, and leaving the refineries unrepaired, unfunctional. That is the major problem of this country. They should repair the refinery. They should not share money we will not see. They should not share money we will not know about. They should not share money that cannot feed even the smallest child of a family. They should repair the refinery. Simple. All the illegal refineries in South, they should convert them to government properties and employ the people there. That is my own take, and I believe that's the best idea government can take advantage of right now.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Femi. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good
morning, Sandra and the Fuhad.
Good morning, sir.
This is Ajibola from the Solon. Truth is this, our governors, they perpetually remain unserious and unpatriotic. Getting to hear some of them yesterday after the NEC meeting was to feel upsetting is understated it. I wonder which register they want to open again. Were they not part of the register that was formed in the first place? I had another platform this morning that the social register, they came out with a tweet to tell the world that many state governments, all state governors were involved when they were putting just an aggregate of all their own state registers. So what are you talking about here? For them to siphon money again so that they will go and do another register because they claim that the current register is not credible. So they want to now start another one. Whatever happened to BVN, NIN, where the millions of Nigerians were captured, must we embark on this journey of wastage all the time? It's a chance for many of them to still put many things in it. Their cronies are there. Their cronies are waiting. So this is a way to open up for the boys. This is uncalled for. Not this period where I don't call anybody. Let them not put Nigerians in the world. I can imagine the past 1.5 months now, what I've gone through, and I know it's the same with all Nigerians. So why would they come up with these irritating things? They want to create another register to get more money for themselves. We remember what happened during COVID and ENSA. So nobody stops them. Palliative for the conversion of what do you call now? The
refineries.
Refinery. An average Nigerian oil worker be trusted. That's because the can be trusted. Tinubu, you have a lot of work on your hands. God help you. Good morning.
Good morning.
Right. Good morning. Thank you very much. Hello, good morning.
Sandra, how are you? Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Peter. I'm well, thank you.
Brad,
good morning.
Thank God it's Friday.
Yes, so.
I beg, will it be possible for Sandra to rest for Saturday, Sunday, and recover her voice and everything about that?
She'll rest. I know you are really. She does that over the weekend.
Yes,
okay. For me, I just that day was not meant.
Basically, to just
not the way you plan it. We now talk on them. Say that the government is no longer providing the way they used to provide. All those ones that they are doing for the strong way, they want to make anything. All those ones that they before removing giving the military 1 week to get. We will need all these drugs.
Mr. Peter, time.
Sandra and Fuhad.
Good morning, Mr. Jones.
Said, I don't think this is to the Nigerian. Listen to shoot eyes with.
Hello, good morning. On the issue of palliatives that is before the Nigeria, especially in contemporary times, is the issue of cost deficit. Cost to be implementing, because that is the one that touches public. Most of the other, the people that are feeling this pains of subsidy should be part of it, not neck. You know, and then the issue of the other issue of
Barrister Peter. Thank you, Barrister FM. You're listening to Mainland Focus, the cash transfer, and all of that. All right. So let's take some WhatsApp messages. I'll move on to Facebook, and then we'll come back to phone calls. Thank you very much. I have here. Good morning, Sandra. The governors are not on the side of the people; they are on their own, not through cash transfer. The people are saying repair our refineries and make them work. Let the borders be open. Let food in, since our farmers can't go to farm due to insecurity. the government has failed to contain, invest on workable transportation that will benefit everyone. Finally, if the cash transfer of Buhari was faulty, can they the minister the Minister of Humanitarian under to come with a list of those who collected those money?
Which list?
Benjamin from Shogule. Let's not go there. Let's not go there. Thank you. Sandra and Fuhad, good morning. On the focus this morning, I'm going to stick to sharing of palliative meant for the poor of the poorest in Nigeria. The governors want to hijack it. Like Fuhad said, they want to use this motto to settle their supporters, families, and friends. They want to use money meant for palliative to pay arrears of salaries of workers. How does this serve as palliative for the poor? What happened to their allocation? Why won't they pay arrears of salaries from the allocation? After all, they are getting more money now from the Federation account. Thanks. Mr. Undubisi from Igodo. Thank you very much. And even some states that also have their own state IGR. There are some states that generate,
Well, but a lot of them don't even generate.
There are some states that
of course, Lagos generates enough,
It's okay. Good morning. This is Johnson from Magodo. Okay, I think we've taken your call already. All right. We also have good morning. This is Sam from Magodo now. I don't know what kind of criteria the government is bringing in to cushion the effect. All the methods they brought is not the best, and selecting people to benefit from is another problem for me. How do they know that some Nigerians don't need help? These government people are just looking for a way to steal loot. Why not subsidize transportation? Put basic amenities that all Nigerians will benefit from? Why will some people benefit from this so-called palliative? They should think of something better and stop giving us propaganda of sharing money. All right. And then also have here, this is actually a very long one. Thank you very much, Mr. Steve from Janiki. But I also have here Sheung Johnson on Facebook. My question is, if rice is available by CBN, like they said, and grain is available to the farmers, is it water they will use to transport them or what? See, the reality is that nothing can be subsidized if the fuel is going up, because now fuel will go take transport from one place to another. Thank you very much, Mr. Sheung Johnson. We also have here Oluwamuyiwa Olodude still on Facebook. The best palliative the federal government can give is return our refineries to working conditions, full capacity. Seize illegal refineries, revamp it to a better condition to serve the nation. The social register is food for the boys, reward for the good job done during the last election. So that's a lot of people are saying this thing over and over and over again.
No, of course the precedents, and we have antecedents that.
All right, let's go back to phone calls. We'll be back to messages in a bit. 0913 6410. That is the number to call. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. My name is Clifford.
Mr. Clifford, where are you calling from?
Yeah, I'm calling from Bagada.
Oh, okay.
So, and I am from Niger Delta, River State to be precise.
All right.
You see this oil that is in my backyard, that is in my farm, that made us one Nigeria. Man, of that oil, the northern people will not be talking about one Nigeria. The westerners will not be talking about one Nigeria. It is because of this oil.
Mr. Clifford, Mr. Clifford, you know
wait, I'm coming.
I'm coming. I will allow you to talk. This is radio. This is radio, and we have to be sensitive with our comments. There was a time Nigeria existed without this oil, where each region had its own prosperity. If you understand what I'm saying, so. This is radio, and I think we should be a bit circumspect with our comments.
Yeah. Let me make my point. So we was actually heading towards the destruction of
illegal refineries,
which many people have criticized. So if those things, since the federal government refuse to build a refinery, I don't know whether it's a covenant within the politicians that anyone that enters, you dare not build a refinery. I don't know. I've sat down and thought about this thing. I said, these people, they are deep. I don't know, like you said, it's radio, but we all know about this. Even though we don't discuss it over the radio, we discuss it outside. We do it now. If everybody knows
It's not a hidden something. Where they belong is so thick, so dangerous, so deep that they are expected not to do anything that will favor the masses. The more you inflict pains and suffering on the masses, the more you as a politician is prospering. But if you enjoy, you will be falling.
Thank you.
I know these people. I've read a book that talked about.
Thank you very much, Mr. Clifford. We appreciate. Yes, 2 minutes, and let's work within that 2 minutes time frame. Thank you very much for sharing your contribution this morning. Hello, good morning. Hello,
Sandra. Good morning.
Good morning, Don Peters.
Good morning, Fuhad.
Good morning, Don Peters.
Sandra, when you look at all what is being dished out in our dailies every day, and what we keep saying, and what you guys keep on hammering, and the good work that Fuhad is doing, I can only say to Nigerians, if you don't want to continue to lament this way, if you do not want to see all these type of things come up in our daily, when next opportunity presents itself, please, can we just go for visionary leaders? Because what we have in our hands right now are myopic leaders, people who do not have the interests of the people at heart. They do not have the interest of our next generation at heart. They only have the interest of them and their children. Because how can you explain all this? Cash, you want to give cash to people? You are destroying evidence? You are doing this, you are doing that? Are you seeing any vision in it? The absolute no is absolute no. So let's just go for visionary leaders when next opportunity provides himself. That is just my submission this morning. Thanks a lot.
All right. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Hey, it's okay. It's okay.
Engineer Femi, are you in class?
Every day is a day of learning.
It's okay.
Prof, Madam Sandra, long time.
Good morning.
Good morning, Babu.
Good morning, sir. See, let me quickly educate Nigerians. On that legal refinery, is not good. They have to destroy it. If you go there, you'll be crying for people. A lot of people die there. They will deep hole, big hole, burn something before they can get it done. Are you getting me now?
With you.
It's not proper. Assuming they have machines or know all this equipment that they are using, that one is apart. But if you go there, you'll be crying that people risk their lives. So that one apart. I would just encourage Nigeria, they should go and buy bicycle. China, Japan, they use bicycle. So to just manage themselves, period of this government. Concerning this money, I think this money is from Buhari's side. That the money that Buhari they signed for, he signed before he left. This government, they know what they are doing. We have been saying it. When you kickstart your motor in the garage, that the driver that want to pilot you to Ibadan with Google, if Google says that in Badagry and you are going to Ibadan and the driver refuses to take you to Ibadan, shows that both Google and driver know what they are doing. This government, they are not for us. And if you look at it very well, by the time they declare them around midnight, do you see people rejoice? Enjoy yourself.
All right. Thank you very much. It's okay. Thank you very much, Engineer Femi Onosoya. This is still Mainland 98.3 FM, 10 minutes past 9. That is the time check right now. And you're still on to Mainland Focus. We have two focal points we're looking at this morning, and it's as regards the proposals put forward by the National Executive Council as regards the subsidy paying cash for the poor. And also we're looking at destruction of illegal refineries and crude vessels related to oil theft. All right, those are the focal points we're looking at this morning. 0913 6000 410. That's the number to call for text messages and WhatsApp messages. It's 0913600430. I have here, good morning, Sandra and Fuhad. When the policy, good morning, Sandra and Fuhad. The state governors don't trust the list from the previous administration. Neither do I have trust in the register they are about to come up with. It's a complete waste of time and resources. We don't want cash transfer as palliatives. Let the government do the right thing by investing massively in infrastructure to aid production. If we don't produce in this country, we'll just be moving in vicious circles and heading nowhere. Cash transfer is open to racketeering and corruption. Let the government do the right thing that will benefit everyone. And that is Pelumi Lawrence from Lagos.
Unfortunately, the $800 million loan from the World Bank, the conditions for that loan is that it has to be cash transfer.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's unfortunate.
It didn't tell you to do any other thing with it.
It is.
That's we about money, cash transfers to citizens.
But the president has, created an infrastructure support fund. So maybe we should look forward.
But
to
not with that particular
800.
one.
No.
The World Bank wants it.
No, but
done that way.
we've saved money from removal of fuel subsidy for our.
What I'm just trying.
Yeah,
I know. But what I'm trying to say is that loan already approved. Maybe it's already in our treasury. But what I'm saying is that the condition, so we are still going to have to do cash transfer because that's the condition to that loan.
All right. Good morning, Fuhad and Sandra. This is Godwin from Ilasa. Sandra, Tinubu and his NEC cohorts have planned to. Do you know the feeling I have each time I'm reading about these politicians? It's like having. Fuhad, you'll agree with me that our politicians are good in writing out good positions, but it's always zero when it comes to implementation.
That's always the problem. Yeah.
Believe me, this government. Military saying the law tells them to destroy loaded ship, which is a primary evidence, shows how criminal even our so-called constitution is. Fuhad, why you have Western world legalizing a profession like prostitution is for their government to have control of what they do. So if our leaders, they would have known that having control of the illegal refineries is better than destroying them. There's a lot of censored, words there. But thank you very much, Godwin from Ilasa. Have a blessed weekend. Top of the morning, Sandra and Fuad. It's simply funny. The pains and hardship on Nigerians brought about by these persistent and worsening fuel issues may never go anytime soon, with these elements still steering the wheel. Unless and until real patriots and competent persons manage it, with the will to free Nigeria from the enslavement of overdependence on other countries for individual gains. It is common sense to make our refineries, which ought to be more than 10 by now, work in full capacities. Nigeria's sustenance cannot be at the mercy of market forces and unpatriotic political drivers anymore. Leke from Alimosho. Thank you very much, Leke. I also have here Joshua from Oregon saying, good morning, Sandra and Fuhad. It's first I want to say I'm not happy about yesterday. Okay, it's okay. It's clear to me how unprepared this government is. You will understand from the outcome of yesterday's meeting, all these governors want to draw the money close to their pockets. That money won't reach anyone. Do you hear the tragic strategy of state government owing salaries? Should concentrate on payment. Which of these state government is not owing workers? The farmer support they are talking.
Lagos is not owing.
Yes, the farmer support they are talking about is July, and a month to apply fertilizers. And governors are still talking about fertilizers. Is it in September they will make it available? I spoke with my mom yesterday. She was telling me they can't go to farm again because of pump price. It's 750 in my village now. Fertilizer is from 25,000 and above. So if they can't apply fertilizer now, when will they do it? You see how we are calling for more hunger in the land. See, my mom is a civil servant with 2 cars and a motorcycle in the house. Yet she can't go to the farm because salaries have not been paid. So what about other farmers that are more vulnerable? Joshua, where are you from? I'm interested in the state that this is happening. I'm very, very interested. Chris Ewalen, good morning, Sandra. This government should not share money. It will never get to the poorest of the poor. It will end up as palliative. Sorry, you said palliative. The money should be used to fix the refineries, and the illegal refineries should be adopted by the government to refine our crude oil locally. I'm surprised that the government is not talking about how they intend to fix the refineries. Why is the attention of the government on importation of fuel when we can refine our crude here in Nigeria? It appears there's something the government is hiding from all of us. All right, let's go back to the phone lines. 0913 6000 You have just 2 minutes to share your thoughts, and please, let's go straight to the point. We'll appreciate. Hello.
Very good morning to you, Lady Sandra.
Good morning.
How are you today?
I'm well, thank you very much, Prince Wise.
Mr. Fuhad, good morning to you.
Good morning, Prince Wise.
God bless all of you.
Amen.
You see, all these 5 or 6 points that are read for us, only one that is a little bit agree is the one of it's off my head. But the transfer the money tax is paid. I think it's better than the one the disaster minister has been doing before.
Disaster minister.
Because when they get to the state, if the state like can attack, then their governor, this is what he wants. This is what he wants. Like Lagos State now, I'm telling my governor, I don't want you to give me money. But transportation, go to transportation.
Prince Wise, your radio is on.
Dominic, let me say. So, when we do this for us, it will be better than to give money out. For other states, can share the money they like. For the money I've been before, you only go to one section of the country. You never go around. But now, and the other mess of this taking, I really support it. Let me tell you, this man is in the actual road. He needs this there. He wants to stop Nigeria. The system taking now, it may be very painful, I know. But can we wait until we can be able to pay salary? When NFPC is supposed to be rendered their referee to federal account, it's not the one borrow government money to pay salary. What of the time they don't have the money again? It means nobody will receive salary anymore. And there's a lot of problems on the land. So for me, I support what they are doing. And the joint borrow money to small scale industry, fantastic. Agriculture equipment to be subsidized. And
thank you,
when we are talking of refinery, that can't be the primary. You have primary, you have secondary. Primary to buy a lot of buses for people, the artisan, the banker, the politician, they will be able to patronize the federal buses or state buses. And the subsidized price.
Thank you, Prince
When you talk of secondary, you cannot talk of
thank you, Prince Wise.
You cannot talk of fixing our electric.
All right. Hello, good morning.
Morning, Sunday.
Good morning.
Yeah, Fawab, good morning.
Good morning, Ajibola.
Thank you, sir. Fawab, the language necessary for our government to hear, if they want to listen. You know, you mentioned whether it's a taboo for Nigerians to have a refinery. Well, and that is the major question. You see, the issue of sharing money, the position we find ourselves today is basically because of insincerity of our leader. Our leader put us into this calamity because they fail to do what is necessary. That is what we are facing. Look, if President Muhammadu Buhari can, this issue of sharing money, let him remove his face. What happened to the last president, President Muhammadu Buhari, said he's spending about something million to every state. Do we see that money? Do we see, can any state come out and say this is what he received from the government? We didn't hear that. The same thing happened during the COVID-19 issue. No, the APC governor, they now came out now to say they should transfer the money to the, to state. In fact, foul. Nigeria does not want that. They will corner it for their political allies. So that is exactly what is happening. So what they fail to do is what we are begging. We are begging. We are President Mobola, Tinubu, for goodness sake. The failure of our leaders to resuscitate our refinery. That is what is causing inflation, suffering Nigeria now. If he fear God, let him face our refinery. We don't want sharing of money. We don't want it. Have a nice day.
Thank you very much. Haji Subara, appreciate. Yes, thank you. Hello, good morning.
Oh, morning, Sandra.
Good morning, Ufoma.
Thank you very much. And my greetings to your colleague here.
Good morning, Ufoma.
Let me take you back. Before the inauguration of this president, Fuhad reached for us the vision of the late NQ, and which this president was trying to build on. And I remember in the evening that when he sworn in, and you and Opeyemi was in the studio, and I said that this vision of Tinubu, you should please just give it to Oshibajo. Nigeria, we will have a better country. If you remember very well, I emphasize that the dream of the late MKO, which Asiwaju is trying to work on, for God's sake, just package it, give it to Oshibajo.
But we have gone past that stage now.
I know. We are not saying anything at all. Truly, I'm just, now the second one. Thank God that Mr. Prince have called. I will beg, today is Friday. As he goes to the Juma, you should just, one prayer we ask is, what is...
Mr. John.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
I told you I'm still searching for market workers. I have not seen it.
You not see them. They are faceless.
I've only seen ineptitude.
Incompetence.
Corruption. Insincerity. That's what I'm saying. Look, the issue of palliative is no, just like you have said.
Governors want to share it, Mr. John. They say they should be the one to share it.
They will share it for their cronies and allies now. That's what it means now. What we want is to repair our refineries. If Dangote, assuming Dangote does not have a refinery now, are you listening to me?
Well with you.
Honestly, Dangote out of 200 million people. Why are we thinking like this? Now we say it's a rocket science to have a refinery or repair it. If only one person can have a refinery, let them repair our refineries. Good morning. Nonsense.
It's okay. Thank you very much, Mr. John.
It's nonsense now.
It's all right. It's all right. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Sandra.
Good morning, Mr. Damlola.
How are you doing, my sister?
I'm well, thank you.
Yes, Mr. Ava, good morning, sir.
Good morning, Mr. Damlola.
Our amiable political research. Honestly, this country is just laughing everything. If I want to use my old word, I would say that at the Silua. Isn't it just that these people are not just serious? What good governance is here rocket science? Is it all about casting stones? Okay, all these rebranded palliative mayor. If I'm coming up with new grammar every day, who is feeling who here? This government needs to do refinery, open the border, let the poor breathe, let them live. They know the right thing to do. Why are they behaving as if they just actually they doesn't bring from a deforest? All the thing is just that day by day we are having issues, and this country is going down. Look at the rate of dollars to now. Who is fooling who? Where are we going? Are we preparing for tomorrow? When are we going to compete? When will the poor in Nigeria enjoy this country? That is one. Second matter, those are military. They will destroy everything because all these refineries, all illegal refineries, are owned by top military officers. If they now actually
allegedly.
Yes, allegedly. Thank you, Mr. Fuhad. Allegedly. If they want to convert it, then we are looking for another rate of your mic matter. It's going to come up openly because many things will come up. Some people in this country conspiring against the people of Nigeria. And only God will expose them. And I still maintain my stand. Melek Kyari is leader of the ghost within that sector. He should go. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you very much, Mr. Damlola. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Please, can you speak louder?
Yeah. Good morning.
Yes. Your name and where you're calling from?
My name is Augustine, calling from Okota.
All right. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Since military say that the law told them to destroy whatever they saw immediately. So please, why you people, I think you have privileges to ask them questions because during the time of combating Boko Haram, when they see them face to face to kill, why is it sometimes they say message came to them, they should not kill them? Is it not the same law that say when you meet Boko Haram or a bandit face to face with God, you should kill them all, is it not?
We're listening to you.
So why I'm done talking to you Fuhad now? Are you listening to me?
I'm not part of the military. But I do know that a lot of bandits, Boko Haram have been killed too. A lot of them, are being killed.
Of course, now, but in some situations where they see them, they is waiting for order, asking whether they should kill them.
The chief of army staff recently talked about the fact that amnesty, governors saying that they should be forgiven, readmitted into the society is the reason why sometimes they can't quickly just go after them and kill them all. So he talked about it that is also not helping the military.
Okay, for us, let me just ask you something. Is it better to bring the repentant Boko Haram or bandits, bring them in and forgive them, or is it better to go to those people they have displaced already? There are a lot of people that are in IDP camp. Is it not true?
My position has always been I don't believe in amnesty for bandits or anybody. You're a criminal, yours go after
Thank you. While I enjoy this banter between both of you, I just like to know what exactly is the point that you are trying to bring out, pull out.
I mean that they're supposed to settle people that are in IDP camp first. Settle them, take them back to their home.
All right.
Before you now talk about, settling repentant Boko Haram.
All right.
Okay. Thank you very much. That was not even anywhere near the focus for this morning. Totally drifted. I thought we were talking about illegal refineries. Should we be destroying illegal refineries?
It started with that and then drifted to Boko Haram.
Should we be destroying illegal refineries? Or, we should have a law that, something should be done about it?
For environmental reasons, if you look at the condition of those illegal refineries, they degrade, mess up the environment. But what we're saying is that, can you look at that technology, what they are doing?
What are they doing?
That is making them refine, and let's see how we can, make it something we can benefit from.
All right, that's all we can take for calls this morning. I'll wrap things up with a few WhatsApp messages and one or two messages from Facebook. We have some other messages on Facebook as well. This is Pastor Sunday from Magboro. My own submission in respect to government proposals for palliative. The biggest lie of all lies anybody can tell to people around him or her is to showcase him or what is not. If the palliative policy put forward at that time by Mr. Integrity is found by this present government to be faulty, then no good thing will happen in this renewed one. These current palliatives are meant to deceive the masses. On destruction of crude oil vessels by military, it's a way of covering up the criminals behind oil theft in Nigeria. Thank you, Mr. Pastor Sunday from Magboro. Subsidy removal, governors move for money transfer to poor households, story for the gods. Where do they get the records of the poor from? Or they want to share it to their loyalists? They should use the money to invest on farming, transportation, and improve security. Enough of this sharing formula. Chika Bende from Trade Fair Lagos. I think we've already highlighted the fact that it is one of the conditions, for the World Bank loan, 800 that it has, it has to be cash transfer. All right, so that's as is done, is gone, and it is done with. Yes, unfortunately. Good morning, Sandra and Fuhad. Sharing of Nigerian money to non-existent persons is progressing in error, and a well-conceived, calculated attempt in making some certain individuals rich. It is my considered opinion that Mr. President should revert back to full subsidy and replan more effective mechanism for its removal. Noah from Igodo. That's gone. The ship has sailed. They've removed the subsidy.
We can drag it back to shore.
We can bring it back.
We can drag it back.
It's okay. Fuhad and his course, I encourage you and I support you.
I just say,
with my
heart.
We
need to get back to the shorelines and replan our journey. Why not?
And that's all for today. Join Okwemi Akionde by 4 p.m. in the Situation Room. It's open mic today in the Situation Room, so you can share more as regards these conversations that we have had all through the week. My name is Mobola. Sandra. Thank you very much, Fuhad, Saheed. Have an amazing weekend. Don't forget to join us on Political Roundtable on Sunday by 6 p.m.
I will bring Adiola Yusuf, the energy expert.
It's all right.
We have to look at the oil sector.
Exactly. Very, very important. All right. Coming up next is Argue Half Hour. And then after that, we have Health Plus. And then after that is Still on the Matter. All programs designed for your listening pleasure. Do stay with us.